when they announced Inside Out 2 and released the trailer, the movie was one movie that I felt very excited and curious about because the Inside Out movie, the first one, was good enough as a standalone Pixar movie. But I guess they wanted to explore new things of how Riley would go when she gets older, and where in this movie she'll become a teenager. And I think that's kind of an interesting idea. And so today I want this June until the 14th when Inside Out 2 comes out, I want to do something similar I did with Wish, where it's like watch and review a movie and one extra show for its excitement and journey to it. And this one, it will be the journey to Inside Out 2. Begin the intro.
Orange? Who made the console orange?
Do I look orange?
I didn't touch it.
Orange is not my color.
Not me. Hello? Ah! Oh my gosh, I'm anxiety. Where can I put my stuff?
A new emotion. Wow.
Oh, I'm sorry. We wanted to make such a good first impression.
What do you mean we?
Today's journey to Inside Out movie is probably the most unnecessary and bizarre idea. The Lion King 1.5. Which is because this movie is sort of a prequel, but then it's like a movie still as what you call it? Being still part of the first movie, because they're in the middle and finale, they're like at what the Lion King movie was at. Like they go to the Pride Rock, which was the then they go to the I Can't Wait to Be King. Then you go to Be Prepared with no, but except the hyenas don't sing their part. And then they go to their home where they found Simba, and there's only 2 scenes that show them adopting him, how they take care of him, but the rest of it, they just do much with the Simba in it. And they also, Simba is kind of an unlikable person at first, because he tries to break Simba and Nala, kind of like Mushu tried to do with Mulan and Shang and Mulan too. So yeah, and there's also kind of a little bit mean-spirited scene where Timon sleeps at a bed that's supposed to be for Pumbaa, and is when they go to the Lion King continuation moment, it's kind of it's just unnecessary. It just feels like it just to make a feature-length direct-to-DVD movie, when they were obviously not doing much during the Lion King sequence, where they're now big important parasite when Simba meets Timon and Pumbaa. Like, they weren't a big part in the climax, though they were part of the climax. And all they did was defeat the hyenas before they destroyed Scar. When in the original, all they did was they just left Scar when he, quote-unquote, told Simba they were responsible for Mufasa's death, not him. And there are a bunch of new family members, which I do feel like the way it ends, I think it's a smart idea. I would see that happening. And the movie is kind of not funny, but what I think is the best part that makes me laugh is whenever Tim and Pumbaa are watching the movie, because they don't show the characters' faces, but we see their shadows. And the comedic stuff they do is very hilarious. Mainly 2 things. One is when Pumbaa accidentally shows like a weird news report from the early 2000s, I guess, And when every single Disney character noticed Tim and Pumbaa washing like he one half. And everyone, Mickey Mouse, Simba, the Snow White Seven Dwarfs, Aladdin, Stitch, Peter Pan, Jungle Book, decided to watch Lion King one and a half. Makes me wonder what they will think of it. Um, the animation is still spectacular, of course. It's Lion King, so it does look really good. It's Disney, of course. Um, but yeah, the whole part about them being part of Lion King before we were introduced in the original movie is kind of lazy. It just feels like I think there was a TV series of it, so it makes it weirder. It kind of like Layer is with Buzz Lightyear Striker Man. So yeah, so to me, this movie really did not need to exist, like at all. It's just a kind of a lazy cash grab. But yeah, that's my thoughts on the liking what I have. But although I do think that Timba's backstory at the beginning was clever, and the way they meet Pumbaa and how their first impressions were is actually pretty decent. But the rest of it, yeah,